Hello guys, it's Simshire. Today we're doing a build video and I've named it like the Mirror Estate. And so it's based off of my last Kaz video I did. If you haven't seen it, I'll put up in the top. But it was a ghost family and then I made their like living descendants, relatives, is that the right word? And I'm making two houses that are exactly the same, so mirrored, hence the name. And then this side that we're doing today is the ghost side, and it's very torn down, run down, and like overrun and in disarray. And then the other side's gonna be modern-ish, maybe a little bit renovated than this side, and then much more nice and clean. And then the whole like overarching idea is that this side of the house is like a ghostly realm version of the other side, and they like coexist at once, if that makes sense. And that it's just like a crossover between the realms. Is that the right words I'm looking for? I don't know. But that was basically the whole like idea. And so I had very much fun with everything. I made everything very dirty, grimy, disarray, broken, everything else. I tried to make it as torn down as I could. And then even when I was done with the actual build, I felt like it was still too like clean and nice. So I deleted objects I originally had. I just removed like random objects here and there, and you're like, isn't there supposed to be a sink there or something? And so that was like the idea, and I tried to make it all like broken down and kind of like missing here and there. And then the family I made for this, I don't remember the exact like names and stuff, but I remember who they were. I have a teenage daughter, which is this room, and then she was very much into like music and just very basic teenager, and then she loves horse riding. And then they had a little boy, sadly he also died. Sad. He was like the smart one. He hasn't really gotten a personality yet. And then we have the parents, mom and dad. The mom was like a little bit kooky, but she loved like cooking and family and all that. And same with the dad. He looks more like solemn, but he's also family orientated. So he's a loving guy, but he just doesn't look like it. And then this room is actually just a guest room. So actually this was my favorite room for some reason. I like that one best. And then sadly they have a nursery they didn't get to use. Isn't that sad? But they were planning on having another child and they didn't get to. And then a little artist room. But basically the way they died, I said they all died by fire. So I don't know what happened. They all mysteriously died in the fire all at once. Maybe it was magic. Maybe it was an accident. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I haven't really knocked that plan out yet. I don't know how they died, but they did die by fire. And this is just some extra rooms upstairs I put like the gemology table up here, and then just a like a little bar room because I didn't know what else to put. But I felt like it feels like it fits within the build. Like you see this room here, it looks very nice still. So I tried to like break it down and dirty it up as much as possible. But if you guys like this sort of thing, I do tours all the time of my builds and I put them in my shorts. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. But anyway, this is when we get into the actual build. I actually did like a tiny bit of landscaping, terrain, what is this? Terrain manipulation. I can never say it. Manipulation. And I just wanted to, because I was basing this off of a image I found on Pinterest. So they had like this, like, they did it better than me because I'm not very good at terrain manipulation. But the actual like house on Pinterest was like a cool like step up and I don't know how to say it, like a multi-level step up, if that makes sense, into the actual home. And the house was quite high on a foundation. But we couldn't exactly do what was in the picture because it's just The Sims. But because they have like a cool like fence across, but whenever you do fencing on like terrain terrain manipulation, it gets kind of funky and weird. So I didn't do it exactly as it. Messed around with the rest of the exterior and try to match to the front. But I really was struggling with this when I was doing it. But basically I just raised it a little, flattened it, did a step, and then raised it a little bit. I raised like the platform level higher and I connected the steps, and that's kind of how the picture was. But they had like an extra like step level that I couldn't get to because that one was actually like supposed to be on like the edge of the lot, and it wouldn't be possible with The Sims because you can't build on the edge of the lot, sadly. And this one is where I had all these issues with my turrets. I don't know what was happening, but it wouldn't let me make any like rooms. So I just like skipped that for you guys, and I just did the layouting. I fixed it, and I had to do like I had to like use the room tool to get it to work, and then I eventually got the rooms to like build fully. But here it like broke everything and wouldn't build the actual rooms together like it usually does. So I've already done layout because I was very annoyed, and I skipped all that because it took me ages. And I'm just deciding on the windows. I go with like Strangerville and what is the farm pack, the horse one, I don't know what it's called. I keep saying horse over and over again. I don't know what it's called, but the horse one. And then I went with that like vibe. It's very like stony and then brown. And then I actually in this particular stone, I think it's from the Castle Estate kit, it has like 5 different version levels of like the stone, so I could really mix and match like dirty griminess on those stones for the version I did. And then I don't know, I had a hard time with the roofing as well. It was terrible, guys. It was so bad. And then I don't know, is there a better way to like duplicate the build? Because I just did it floor by floor. It was kind of okay, but sometimes it broke a little and broke the floor up into like extra rooms I had to individually copy. But it was okay, but it wasn't very fun copying the house over. Okay, and then we jump outside because I'm done with the windows. I skipped the rest of it because I just placed the same ones over and over again. I do a bit of landscaping. I jump back and forth a little. I do landscaping and then I'm like, oh, I kind of want to do this, and I skip around a little bit. I'm like, oh, let's try this over here. But I try to make it as overgrown and unkempt as possible. And I think I actually really like this. I think I need to do like a grimy apartment next as well, because I had a fun time dirtying everything, and in this like old-timey style, it's very fun. And then I thought it would be nice to like, how would you like center off the front of the house with like pawns? So I did that. And then so obviously it's not going to be exactly the same as the other side, but similar enough that you could potentially say, oh, this is the same house, you know what I mean? But I decided to put a stable in randomly. I was like, oh, let's do a stable. And for some reason, when I did this, it deletes my whole like roof. I don't know, maybe it was because I was copying it over, but when I was like trying to do the tour, I would find I was missing a lot of roofs. I was like, oh, that's nice. I'm missing a ceiling here and here. Oh, I'm missing a whole lot of ceiling there. So it's very annoying. And I just went with like a classic barn style, and then everything's wood, so easily burnable. Okay, guys? And then this house has good bones, and that's why the ancestors has moved in, okay, and has started to renovate and live in the new house. So I don't know, should I keep the same colors as well, or should I put a like fresh coat of paint on there? I'm not too sure. I don't know if I should do like keep it as close as possible, just modern, or like do like a whole like style change, because I like the colors I've chose. It's just very brown and old. So I can like put I'll have to see. I can put like a different kind of like newer paneling on there, I guess, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe lighten the stone up to like a white. Like maybe they like power washed it and it was originally white. I don't know, because right now it's kind of like a it's like brownish tan. It's kind of orange, so I don't know if that would be like a power wash to white situation. But should it also maybe the new house is like stable? Wouldn't be a stable. Maybe it would be something different. They've renovated, like a guest house, maybe they've turned that into a guest house, even though they don't really need a guest house because there's so many extra rooms up at the top that I had so much to do with. I don't know. I have to think. What would the new house have? I can do a stable again, but basically a stable is a stable, you know? I should switch it up, right? But with landscaping, I try to do like old woods, and like I used a lot of debug items with like the broken like trunks and stuff like that. And I try to fill it as much as possible with like overgrown and everything else. And I put like random debug objects like a tractor and other things like that. But overall, it's very big and overgrown. Just to say that 5 times again. But yeah, it was a lot. Okay, it was quite a bit of landscaping. But right now I'm trying to map out like the general layout and pathways. I'm still, like I said, I'm not sure what's going on the other side because it's supposed to be the same. We can even put a pool over there, I guess. Maybe this becomes a pool house instead. Aren't those the things, like a pool house to the house? And we start with like the little entryway. And I just put a little seating area, and then I felt like they would have, because one of the kids, I think it was the teen I said, was into music, so I gave him like a little music room. And then I gave him 2, not just 1, 2 grand pianos, because I said why not? Because there's one in like this little, what'd you call this, like foyer. So I went with like a bit of a more modern counter. I think it was from the Life and Death pack. It's still kind of old, I think, just a little bit. It's still kind of old, but it has like that marbly texture, which makes it look a little bit more modern. I don't know. It looks really modern. It looks modern, but I'm gonna say it's old. Okay, I used this one because I didn't like the other counters, and I just gave him like an old stove, that the one with like the wood stove, I guess, and then the old fridge. I don't know. I still don't know what happened and how they died. Did it start in the kitchen, or was it magical and they all combusted? I don't know, because I've put a lot of like objects around like they just left and didn't put anything away. That was like the vibe I went for, because on the dining room table, I have dirty plates and like silverware set on the table, like they sat down for dinner and never finished it, and so maybe they died at the dinner table, maybe not. I don't know. It's a mystery, guys. We'll have to you'll make up your own story and tell me, and I'll say yay or nay. I really like how the kitchen ended up. And then, like I said, since I think it was the cabinets look so like good that they were too nice in the end, that I had to like dirty them up. So I deleted the walls behind them, and then I put like the like wall decals up, and I like glitched them onto the cabinets in some places. And then I brought like I think I brought like 1 or 2 cabinets down off the wall and had them like sitting on the counter. or like just deleted a couple pieces here and there to make it look more dirty and grimy and a little like broken, I guess. Like a cabinet fell down at one point, I don't know. And I put a bunch of cracks and puddles to make it a bunch dirty. And then I really thought I was going with something here, and I really thought I had something going on. I tried to lift the decals, like floor decals, onto furniture to make it look dirty. It doesn't show. I was so upset. I was like, no, I couldn't make it work. I was so sad. I tried because there's like dirty footprints from the, what is it? The, oh my god, I'm blinking. The pet pack. There's like dirty dog footprints or paw prints. And I thought, oh, this is so good. Let me put this on the furniture. It doesn't show. Okay, I was highly upset. But yeah, they don't even have a pet, but I thought that was funny. So I did a couple paw prints and a couple of like the doorways. But yeah, this is basically what the kitchen's like. And then I put a bunch of clutter. So, and like I said, I have went back. So I felt like everything was too completed, like I said. So there's like you would see in a regular house, there's like 4 or 8 full chairs there now. And in the end, if you remember in the tour, there was only like 4. And a couple of them were like moved out of the way. And some of them were gone, and then some of them were crooked. And I even like tilted some of the furniture even more slightly to make it more like crooked and a little bit like, is this supposed to be like that? And that's the vibe. I changed it because I was like, oh, this looks too nice. It looks like they would come back here the next day and everything would be fine. So I had to change that up. And then same with in here, I changed those chairs around a little bit. I make them a little bit more chaotic. And just ignore the living flowers. I just needed to fill the spaces, okay? Ignore the living flowers. We're gonna say they're ghost plants, okay? They're ghost plants, and that's why they're all alive and they are taken care of by the mother, okay? That's the only thing she takes care of. Yeah. And I don't know. That's basically what the what is this? The dining room looks like. And then I don't know which one we do next, but every single bathroom in this house looks the same. So I usually only show one bathroom. I just copy and pasted everything up to the other bathroom. But it's still quite nice, okay? I put a lot of cracks, torn wallpaper and whatnot. I have a couple things going on right now, but I just went ham and I added a bunch more, okay? I didn't do like a very matchy living room, but I still use like the furniture that has a lot of like the detailing on the seats that make it kind of old. I feel like this living room is more like cozy. And then does that TV work? I don't think that TV works, does it? I don't think that's an actual like TV. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. They're ghosts. Well, they still need entertainment. They have computers. It's fine. I don't think that's a real TV. But yeah. And then it's a little living room, and then I think I put a desk and just a bookcase in here. So it's basically already done. And then I add a little bit of decor. And then I think I put a like a little activity table in there. Like I said, I tilt the furniture around because it was looking very generic and in place like a regular house. So I moved everything around again. I needed more chaos. Very simple. Like I like to use like the toilet with like the wooden what would you call it? Lid. There you go. It's a lid, a wooden lid. And then I just do like the clawfoot bath. I can't speak. The clawfoot bath, and then the cute like single vanities. So I think I keep it exactly the same all the way up. And then I do put laundry in here, but I do the clothesline with the little basin, the little washboard basin thing. And then that's it. It's very cutesy. And then very simple as well, I guess. And do I don't know, I think we need more, I need more objects to do in like this style. I don't know, because there's painting and then music and then nothing else. I need like another activity I can put in here. I felt like I was lacking a little bit, and that's why I ended up with like a bar room. I don't know, I was like, I can't really put this in here because it doesn't really make sense to have this. You know what I mean? So I had to change it up a little. And then we do the music room, another grand piano, but I use, what is that one? I think it might be from the My Wedding Stories. It has like the cute little lacing on the open key. I don't know what you call that, the open piece of the piano, I guess. Basically, it's just a music and then just little sitting chairs or stools, I guess. And like I said before, these round rooms will be the death of me. Never again. I hate them with every fiber of my being. Just like the glitchiness, and I wish everything would slot onto the round walls as well. Because even if I like put a door on there, sometimes it just completely glitches out. Like if you remember in the tour, it wouldn't show when I was in like the free camera mode and whatnot. And then if you don't know, because I've learned a lot about free camera mode lately, it depends on what floor level you are on, but the camera, wow, the camera gets faster each level you go up. So on like the highest level you can go, my camera zooms around even if I'm like barely touching the keyboard. And I'm like, wow, why is it so touchy-feely all of a sudden? It's very like sudden. So if you see like tight like clips like that, that's why. I don't know how to fix that. I've tried looking it up and doing like different stuff. I don't know how people get such good camera work. I suck at it. If anyone has like good tips for me, help me out, please. Please help me out. But yeah, we are going upstairs, I think. Yeah. And then I never use this color carpet. I usually use like the cream or white color. And then I was like, you know what? The whole house is brown, so the carpet has to be brown as well. So that is why I use brown carpet. And I switched and mixed and matched it with like, there's like a dirty version and then a nice version. I mixed and matched it all around. And then also with like the floorboards, I used, what did I use? I think I used the horse pack again. What's the name of that? Oh my god. I can't remember at this moment. I'm too tired, but let's keep it rolling. I don't remember the names of anything. For the horse pack, I use the flooring, and they have nice, like, very slight variations of flooring. So I put like random different tiles of flooring around as well, just to make it look like faded in some spots. And then the like floor decals of like puddles and stuff like that really came in handy, because they make the carpet and even like rugs look stained and grimy. It looks really nice on everything. Well, not nice. It doesn't look nice in regular context, but it looks nice here. It fits. But yeah, and then we're on to the teen daughter's room, okay? And it's very simple, very cutesy and demure. I just made like a little closet. She just has a little sitting area. There's nothing much in here. And then that's it, I think. And then she has a connecting bathroom with her brother. And I've knocked down the wall there, if you remember. So she's missing like a couple pieces of her wall. And then I do put a couple modern windows in here because I wanted to have because for the modern portion of the house that I'm going to do, I didn't want to completely change the windows. So I want to try and keep all the windows. Maybe I knock out some of the smaller ones and put a couple more like big modern windows that the form pack has, and I can switch it up that way, but I didn't want to switch up every single window and have to redo the windows again. And so I put a couple of like the sneak out windows from high school years maybe, and I put a couple of those in so they can sneak out on the balconies. But I did forget to put the little trellis pieces in there. My bad. But well, hold on, let me think. I don't know. They don't have any access. There's a window there, and that's a balcony. And then there's a couple. I think there's one on all of the balconies, like the bigger balconies. I didn't show you the balconies, but most of the balconies don't have anything on them. They just have like random sitting areas, like benches, and then a couple planter boxes. But that was it. I didn't put a lot of effort into the balconies. I felt like they were kind of smallish that I couldn't like go full out, so I just left them pretty simple. So I didn't do too much. And then because I went one way into the tour, so I did the left side when we went in. So on the right side, you didn't miss anything. There's nothing over there but more overgrown plants, and then just a couple like farm items, like I said before. I think I threw the kit. Wow, what is it? I'm chicken. I was like, what is the word for chicken? Chicken coop in there, over there, and then that's it. That's all that's over there. But I am almost done with this room, and then I don't know who we do next. Maybe, I don't know, the parents or like a little boy. I can't remember. But I think it might be the parents. And then there's not a lot of personality per se in these rooms, but they match the vibe or aesthetic of the sim, like the age, I guess. So this one's more cutesy with like the pink and pastel, so it's more teenish. And then this one's more, I don't know, more down to earth with a vanity. I don't know, with a vanity and chess table. And then there's well, it's not actually a 4-poster bed. It's a regular base game bed, and then I put like the little canopy over it. Is there like a different one? Because I swore another canopy is in the catalog somewhere, but I couldn't find it for the life of me. I might be imagining it, but I couldn't find it. But yeah, pretty simple, not a lot going on, just basic desk, chair, and then bed. And then they got a desk, and then they have a vanity. I don't know why, but they got a desk and a vanity. So there's 2 sitting areas in there, technically, and then they get their own bathroom, but it looks exactly the same as all the other ones. And then we do the little boy's room next. And I gave him, because there was a couple good pieces in the, what is it called? The little kid kit. Not the baby kit, the nursery kit. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The like old-timey one that we had a while ago, I think. And I used a couple of items for it. It was very good for this. Not a couple, I think I used the whole kit for that because I had a nursery. But I used a couple in the kids' room because of the I don't know what it's called. Oh my gosh, the dollhouse. I used the dollhouse from there for the kids' room. It's very cute and old-timey, and then has like, well, we have a base game one as well, but this one looks it looks more nice, you know? Because the other one is very like clunky and thick, but this one's quite nice, I think. But yeah, we're pretty much done in here, and that's it. And then the other one is the kids' bedroom, like I said, very simple, and then we do the foyer. And then in the foyers, there's not much going on, just a couple seating areas, a random bookcase maybe. I don't even think I put that in there. And then I put, if you remember, on the very top floor, I put from the Life and Death, I put like a little memorial stand, whatever that thing is, that you can memorialize a dead sim. And that's upstairs. So there's nothing really going on here. And then we go to the nursery. The boy who didn't live. So sad. They never got to use the nursery they had made up. I'm thinking they started trying for another kid, and then they tragically died. And yeah, it could be either or, boy or girl. So girl who didn't live or boy who didn't live. I don't know. It could be either or. But you could and they could be potentially resurrected. Ooh, you know what'd be good? If we, you know what? In the modern house, they have like a little seance, a little secret seance room going on to connect with their ancestors. And so that's how they make the connection to the ghost house behind them. They start to be able to see it. So maybe in the beginning they can't see it, and they just have like odd things going around the house, and they're like, oh, why did that chair move and whatnot, you know what I mean? And then maybe they exist in the same exact space as well, instead of like technically being behind them. Maybe they're in the exact same space, you know what I mean? So if the ghosts are on this side and the Sims on the other side, and they're in the same room, they would feel a chill in the air, you know what I mean? Sorry, that's the whole story, that very complicated storyline going there. I don't know why. I said last time that I was gonna chill out and do more chill builds, but I did for a second. I did a cute little apartment build. If you didn't see it, I'll put it up at the top. But I just did like a little simple apartment build, but then I went back to doing complicated stuff again. I might have a couple of issues. Okay, I might just have a couple of issues. But anyway, I don't know. Yeah. I think so. I have a couple of thoughts. So like I said, seance room, pool house. So there's a couple changes. A little bit of modern windows, a couple of like bigger windows maybe. And then those are my like 3 changes. I don't know what else I would do. Because I feel like the layout's pretty nice. I don't think I would change that. I think it's all fine. And then just modern furniture, I guess. And then a bit more, I don't know. That's it. That's all of my changes. I don't know. Give me some more changes if you think of any. That's it. That's all I have. And now I think we're still on the 2nd floor. We're just doing the entry foyer. I keep switching how I'm saying it, but I just did a couple benches and plants that are somehow alive after all of this time. And then you can get glimpses of the bathroom, but like I said, they all use the same furniture and everything else. And then we go upstairs for the final rooms. And oh wait, we have one more room. I'm lying. What room is that? Oh, that's the art room, the little painting area. And then what did I have upstairs? The bar room, and then gemology room, and then a little library. So it's there's tech, you know what, I did say earlier that I wish there was more activities, but there's a lot going on here actually. But I still would like more activities, okay? Just a little bit more activities too. I don't know, I don't play as much in The Sims anymore. I do it every once in a while, you know, I get really excited for the new packs and stuff, but I have much more fun building and whatnot. But I actually had fun playing The Sims 3. I did it the other day. The other day is being yesterday is when I uploaded the video. But the other day, yeah, I'm recording this the day before I'm uploading this. I'm actually quite behind in my time schedule because I have finals this week and next week, so I think this might be the last like full video of the week. I'll make a post and saying if I'm not posting for the rest of the week, but I think this would be the last vid for this week because this video is quite long, and then my other video I had was also quite long. But if you missed all those, just watch them for the rest of the week. There you go. That's the way to fill your time, because I usually post daily. But oh, we're almost done. And then we have the library up here. I did like the set in the middle, and then I put like extra little end cap bookcases to switch it up a little. And I know I used the same couch, but it looks a little odd. I don't know what you call it, like they're face to face, so like a little sitting area. But isn't there a specific name for that? If they're like positioned that way, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. But I use the same couch, but it looks odd because they have already pre-positioned cushions and then pre-positioned like a blanket throw over it as well. But it also looked kind of odd with like a different couch or a different chair, so I ignored that and used the same one. And I think I throw a chest table in here on the side, and then I put another little mini like cushion area in the other corner, just to say they had like a couple of books out and they were reading on the floor or on the cushions, and I stacked a bunch of books over there. It's very cute. And then that's pretty much it in here. And there's the couch. Like I said, it's a very cute couch, but like I said, it has that little throw and then the pre-positioned pillows. There you go. I couldn't think of the word. I keep saying cushion. I think I'm saying the wrong word. They're technically not cushions. They are pillows. A cushion is like the one you sit on, right? I think so. And what is this? This is like is this an ottoman? No, an ottoman is a little one. The one you put your feet on. What is this one? It's like a therapist couch, you know what I mean? An old therapist couch. But yeah, we're pretty much done. And then when I went back in at the very end, I didn't show it, but like I said, I put more like decals and floor stuff in here as well, like the torn stuff and stuff like that. I went back in and I added like the cracks as well on some of the windows. It still looks okay. They're not meant for windows. They're meant for like the stone and stuff like that. But I put a couple of the cracks on like the windows and doors that had glass in them. I felt like that fit the vibe as well. And then some of like the paintings and stuff on the wall, I took those down with just like the 0 key and I lowered them on the floor like they fell off the wall or something. And then I put them like at odd angles as well. So I actually quite like how this ended up. Okay, I'm pretty proud of this house. I have to one up myself when I do the other side, don't I? I have to try hard it. Okay, we're gonna try hard it, but you guys won't see that until next week, maybe. But yeah, and then we're pretty much done. And here I just put a couple random objects. I really have a hard time furnishing like hallways like this because they're like 3 wide. There's enough space for something, but not enough space for a lot. You know what I mean? And then I do a little bar because I said, why not? And also I couldn't think of anything else that fit the vibe. And then I do oh, I forgot the downstairs room. I did a little, artist thing. I didn't even realize I skipped it. I said, oh yeah, we still have that room left, and then we skipped it. But yeah, I did a artist room as well. And then I do it every time, so I think all of my rooms are starting to look the same now. The little art room, I use only the kit now. So I use the artist studio kit every single time now. So it looks exactly the same over and over again. It's not my fault these pieces are so good, okay? But you know what? You can't say it looks exactly the same. It's in a different space. So it looks completely different. Okay, guys? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys use the same pieces over and over again? Like, come on. It looks different in this space. In this context, it's completely different. Okay? And then I think I did the exact same thing at my other build. Ignore that. Ignore that. If you didn't see it, it doesn't matter. It didn't happen, okay? But yeah, and then we go back upstairs for the rest of the rooms. And don't we have like the no ghost sign somewhere from, it's probably from the Life and Death pack. But if I would put no ghosts inside the other house, would they not come over to that house? Or would it technically not matter? I don't know. Would that like limit them somehow or no? Or would that like completely break them like the whole game? I don't know. Because I thought that would be fun. it's a fun storytelling object. So maybe I'll just throw that in there anyway. They're like very paranoid and stuff like that. Because the one of them, I think it was the mother sim of my alive sims. I couldn't think. They are skeptical. Skeptical. There you go. Skeptical. So they don't believe in ghosts and stuff like that. But then the father, who is the descendant, maybe he has like a little bit of like knowledge of the supernatural in his family. Maybe he came from like a long line of witches, but he's not a witch technically, and maybe it got lost or muddled up in his bloodline or something like that. And so that could be like the storytelling there, because I think I gave the daughter, or hold on, I think the daughter the interest in like the tarot reading and stuff like that, so she's very interested in her heritage as well. So there's that. So I have some ideas for now for the other side. So we have like a secret seance room, modern windows, modern bridger, and then pool house maybe. I'm not definite on the pool house. Or wait, did I change my mind? Guest house. No, I don't really need a guest house, do I? I'm still unsure. I need an idea for that room. I don't really know. Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe instead of, you know what? Okay. It can be a guest house, but instead of a guest staying out there, it could be the teen girl. And she like begged her parents to have her own like space. So she took over that like little barn area. And then they would have turned her bedroom into something else. So I could do that, I guess. I don't know what the bedroom would be. Or you know what? I can change the layout a little. I could knock down the wall between the two bedrooms. Okay, this is getting really complicated already. I can knock down one of the walls to the bedroom, make a huge room. So they have like half study, half bedroom going on thing or something like that. And then the one room becomes the kids' bedroom. And yeah, it's getting really complicated. I would have to actually see it to do it all out. I'm getting too invested in my thought process right now. But oh yeah, we're completely done now, guys. All I have left is the stable that I almost forgot about. I thought I was done, and then I turned around and the stable was empty. I was like, really? I have to do the stable? But I didn't put too much going on in here. I put a little staircase there, a little L shape, and then I just put two horse stables in here. Even though the stable is quite large, actually, I only put two like horse things in there, and I also sized down like the horse bed, so I don't think they technically work, but it wasn't four horses anyway, so I didn't really care if they worked. But I only put two stables in there, and then I did like a little over outlook thing at the top, so it's all like cut out there, a little balcony, and then at the top I just put like a little counter with sinks, and then just a full wall of nectar things. But now that I did that, I'm realizing I don't have the actual like nectar making thingy mabobber, the little thing where you know what I mean, the thing you make the nectar with. I don't have that for some reason. I completely forgot. But there is space to put it there, because most of the other side of the barn is decor, so there's nothing up there. And I think I cut it out when I started to do the nectar wall, so you only see this part, the bottom portion. So yeah, that's it, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.